So as you can see on the lovely YouTube thumbnail, Liverpool dominant. This is one of the most dominant games I've seen them playing all season. And the truth is, I'm a little bit surprised as to how well we played, but I'm also surprised as to how badly Real Madrid played. And we're going to get into how bad Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso got it wrong. But we have to give as much credit as possible to Arne Slot and his team. We have to give credit to the players and with the tenacity and intensity that they came out with from probably, I would say maybe minute 10, 11, but I can just say probably from minute 1 straight back to maybe minute 85. Liverpool were on it. Liverpool were on it, and it was only made by one change, which was Cody Gakpo. Wirtz was in, and I possibly can say this has been Wirtz's best game for Liverpool this season. He let me know in the comments when you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell and all. This probably is Wirtz's best game of the season. The way how he glided, the way how he was physical, particularly with Valverde, the way how he interchanged play with Ekitiki so well, just gliding, the way how he picked up pockets of spaces and just linked up the play so well, able to create the goal for Szoboszlai. That should have been that should have scored, and Thibaut Courtois, we'll talk about him later down in the video. But I thought this game for Arne Slot was his best game from start to finish. I know we talk about the Aston Villa game and how we kind of played them well in the press and little bits here and there, how we kind of trapped them in different ways. But I thought this game was just about sheer intensity. It was just about the physicality. It was about matching your opponents and winning your duels 1v1s when possible or collectively as a team. And I thought that was on display today. Conor Bradley, if there were like 3 man of the matches candidates, I would say it's either Conor Bradley, it was either McAllister, or it was Szoboszlai. Probably can throw Ekitiki in the hat. But Conor Bradley had a game of games. It's almost exactly 1 year since the Mbappe jailing, so to speak. And the fact that he took on one of the trickiest wingers in world football, one of the best 1v1 wingers in world football, in Vinicius Jr., it kind of shows exactly how on it Liverpool were. They were literally mentality monsters, and Conor Bradley locked him up. And showed why he should be starting for Liverpool. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Conor Bradley. I think he has the potential to become a very, very good right back. Is he transcendent or transcendent? Not necessarily, but I think he's more like a Robertson type, where he's like a rough around the edges. But if you get him to really understand his role and what he needs to do and develop him in his own right, he can be one of the best fullbacks in the world. Probably not generational, but fundamentally solid. And this game, Conor Bradley was absolutely sensational. Liverpool were sensational, not only in defending in a low block, but how they pressed. And I mean, they pressed as a unit. Ekitiki leading the charge. Szoboszlai that was there. Florian Wirtz was pressing well. Mohamed Salah, of course, did his thing in terms of pressing. We'll get to him after this. But Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Ekitiki, the kilometers run. I think Wirtz ran the highest. I think it was like 11.6 or 11.4 kilometers. A kilometer more than Dominik Szoboszlai, which is absolutely crazy. So anyone who says that, oh, he doesn't really press well, or the physicality, that's going to be yeah, too much talking. You need to watch football. You need to watch a game. And this team pressed well. And Slot said it in his post-match conference. He was saying that, guess what? We can't really play well in a mid-block, because if we do, we're giving Real Madrid the opportunity to literally pick us apart, because they have 2 of the best transitional players in world football, in Mbappe and in Vinicius Jr. So he said, rather than it's either we play have a low block, get bodies behind the ball, or when we press high as quickly as possible to regain the ball higher up the pitch and disturb their build-up play, which happened from time to time. That's how good this press was. I think this is probably one of our best presses or pressing game for Liverpool this season. And I thought really outstanding. And I thought Mohamed Salah today had Carreras and skates. I'm not saying that Carreras is a bad left back. He's not. He's a very good, very, very good left back. But I thought today, it's almost as if Mohamed Salah had jet fuel when he was in his 1v1s, where he was running and going, literally running at Carreras and running that at Dejan at the centre back and sometimes splitting the two. So I thought his game showed and reminded us as to, guess what? I'm still the legend here. I'm still the legend that persons are going to talk about. Even if I'm critical of him, but he showed quality. He showed reasons as to why we need him in the squad. And I thought his display was good. McAllister was awesome today. Very, very physical. Action-packed in the middle of the park. Really outduel. Sometimes Jude Bellingham didn't really push him off the ball, but just a little bit more aggressive in the 50-50 duels. Getting the better of Kamavinga sometimes. Gula literally bodying Gula on the ground. And oftentimes even outmuscling Tchouaméni. So I thought his game was very good today. And Dominik Szoboszlai is just literally a man who is running with 3 lungs. And we need to really wrap him up, put him in cotton wool. When the games are finished, put him in a nice hyperbolic time chamber to rest, because you're going to need him for the rest of the season. He is playing like a man possessed. He is playing like the rent is due. He is playing like he owes the mob money. It's crazy. And persons are going to say, oh, it's not showing because Liverpool are not playing well in the league. Listen, he is Liverpool's standout this season so far. Arguably, I will say that he's one of the best midfielders in the world right now on current form. He has everything. He has the shot selection. He has the passes. He has the passing range. He's smart. He can create chances. He can duel. He can defend. He can press. He's an all-action pack. I would say Steven Gerrard's son, so to speak. He is elite. And if Liverpool were to sell him, you'd have to sell him for at least 120, 130 million. I'm sorry. You have to give him a new contract as quickly as possible. He has to be at Liverpool. And today showed, he displayed such great quality on the ball. He was intelligent in his man-to-man press. He was intelligent in moving the ball around, recycling the ball. When times McAllister and Gravenberch pushed up, he was the one that was collecting the ball from the centre-back, playing, helping Liverpool through the build-up when they were still struggling because we're still having problems in our build-up. We're still not fluid enough. But he was the one that was generating the build-up, getting passes, able to move from phase 1 to phase 2. He was excellent today. And another person that was excellent today was Ekitiki. Ladies and gentlemen, if Ekitiki does not start for France, there has to be a widespread debate as to why that is not so. Ekitiki is literally, I'm saying this, literally a replica of Karim Benzema in his early stages. He is immaculate with his touches. He is superb with his touches. He is intelligent with his pressing. He is smart in when to drop into space. He is strong enough to hold off challenges. He is quick enough to move between players, link up play, glide across from players. And I think there was a tackle from Tchouaméni where Tchouaméni thought he could have gotten it, but literally just outstretching, move the ball quickly, and Tchouaméni had to take him out and get a yellow. Listen, I understand that we purchased Isak for 120 odd mil, and justifiably so we get it. But Isak has to earn his right to start in this field, in this team. He has to earn that right to start on the pitch as the main man. Ekitiki right now is the main man. And at 22, 23, almost the exact same kind of attributes and qualities like Isak, but is even a little bit better in terms of hold-up play, in terms of movement of the ball, interchanging positions with Verts. The both of them, listen, you have to build a squad around them. And this is not a reactionary thing. It could be, but I don't think so. You have to build a squad around those two. These two players in Verts and Ekitiki are the ones that need to lead the line for Liverpool for years to come. And Ekitiki was absolutely sensational. Robertson, which I've said really should have been starting, was absolutely on it. They call him Robo Carlos. But he was great today. Very, very solid, very consistent, very smart. And really probably should have been starting from the season started so that Kirkes could learn. But the trust that Arne Slot has, and not only just Arne Slot, but in Van Dijk as well, who played well. The trust that Van Dijk has in Robertson allows Van Dijk to even be more expansive when he passes or tries to break the line, or when he wants to dribble out from the back. It gives that assurance, which I think is needed. And I thought Robertson played excellently. He reminded us as to why he was one of the best, if not the best left back in years gone by. Excellent game from them. And I thought the midfield was just robust and physical more than Real Madrid, which we're getting into now. And I'm starting to wonder as to the tactics behind Xabi Alonso and this Real Madrid team. I was on Twitter on a listening kind of podcast, and I made mention if it was a tactic to play more conservative against Liverpool. Now, I understand that you don't want to go a basketball tit-for-tat kind of game, which is quite fine. But in terms of physicality, Liverpool won. In terms of direct play, Liverpool won. In terms of intensity, Liverpool won. In terms of pressing, Liverpool won. So, and there were many more that I thought Liverpool won more than Real Madrid. I think on the ball, Real Madrid played how they were supposed to play. Had more possession of the ball, moved the ball around, but just trying to deliver that final ball was a problem, and it almost became a congested kind of game for Real Madrid, where persons kept getting in each other's way, like Vinicius and Mbappe. Vinicius didn't get the license or get the freedom to go 1v1s many times because either Conor Bradley and Gravenberch are marking him, so it's kind of hard to dribble between the two. Or when Szoboszlai slides in to cut off the half space, it just became even more congested for him, where he had to turn back. And then Mbappe didn't even provide much in terms of as a number 9. Just didn't. And then the midfield was just weak. Gula is not... Sorry to say this, Real Madrid fans, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments. Gula is not Toni Kroos. If you want someone to play that Toni Kroos role, he was on the bench in Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I thought maybe, I understand maybe it's the Anfield effect as to why Xabi Alonso didn't want to start Trent Alexander-Arnold. But I thought they just needed more robustness, Real Madrid, and a little bit more running power. And Valverde could have provided that. Now, I understand Valverde has been playing well at right back to some extent, but in a game like this, you're trying to match Liverpool in terms of physicality, intensity, and press. Valverde is one of the best midfielders. It's almost like a brother to Szoboszlai in terms of running power, in terms of shot, in terms of press. Valverde can do that for Real Madrid. Valverde is that for Real Madrid. And I thought in this game, they needed that. They just needed a little bit more running power and dual action threat. They didn't have that. Camavinga didn't... even though he was playing on the right wing, is not our winger. He's more of a left central midfielder who is one that wants to recycle the ball as best as possible and wants to get the ball moving and when needed can actually duel. But I thought he was kind of soft. Too many came off soft. It just wasn't clicking for Real Madrid. And shout out to Arne Slot for making the tweaks and making the adjustments, which again hampered Real Madrid into what they wanted to do in the field. But Xabi Alonso should be blamed for this. You beat Barcelona, but then you lose to Liverpool, who are struggling. Just didn't seem like the best way to go, and this team is to be blamed. Xabi Alonso should be blamed for this. Real Madrid just it didn't hit today. But shout out to Liverpool. Let me know in the comments what you think. Were there other things that you saw that I didn't mention that probably helped Liverpool to win or helped Madrid to lose in a game that Liverpool were so dominant and the scoreline didn't tell half the story? But let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're close to 300 subscribers. So let's see if we can get that. Until next time.